Hello. Today, I, Judith, and Jabril will be going over the CAP Hack the Box. And what it is an Linux machine running an HTTP server that performs administrative functions, including performing network captures. So, basically, we're starting off with a web page that allows us to download some packet captures that are created around your session. So here I've started up the machine. This is the IP address that I have. And in this walkthrough, we're going to go over reconnaissance, enumeration, exploitation, privilege escalation, and then getting the root flags. So, for the first question, how many TCP ports are open? Okay, so here I've already run an nmap scan just because it takes a while to run. I did sudo nmap-sv-sv-pn, then our IP address. So sc is like running scripts, and then sv we want to see the versions. And here now we can see what ports are open. So we have port 21, which is FTP, and then we have port 22 SSH, and then we have 80, it's HTTP. So that answers this question. There are 3 ports open. Okay, now we're moving on to the second question. So it is asking, after running a security snapshot, the browser is redirected to a path of the format this, where ID represents the ID number of the scan. What is the something? Okay. So, we're running a scan and looking at the URL of the page we are redirected to. So, we're going to go to open up Firefox, and then we are going to grab our IP address, which is up here. Then we're going to put that in the web browser and see what happens. 10.29.6. Okay, so as you can see, it has redirected us to this security dashboard. And let me drag this down. So if we click on the little hamburger option, here we have security snapshot, which is what we are looking for. So we'll let that boot up. And then it takes us to this dashboard. And as you can see here in the URL, it says it has our IP address, then /data/1. So data is going to be our answer. And then, so here we have just packet information. And we're not going to download this one. We're going to go up here and switch the 1 out for a 0. And once we do that, perfect. You can see we get a different values here instead of it all being just a bunch of zeros. So we'll download this one, and it's gonna be 0 pcap, and then we're gonna open it up. And then, as we could see here, it opened up Wireshark, and we could see a bunch of packets here. So the answer to 3 is going to be yes. I just put it in, and that's because, like how we just saw, I changed that 1 to a 0 and was able to access other scans and packets, and I could bring it up right here. So the next question is, what is the ID of the PCAP file that contains sensitive data? So this is going to be 0. That's what the ID is. And this right here shows that the Wireshark is bringing this up. So which application layer protocol in the PCAP file can the sensitive data be found in? So it has to do with one of the other TCP ports on CAP. You should have. So we are going to scroll down until we see. Let me go slower. HTTP. In the protocol section. Let me scoot this a bit over. Okay, so what we're looking for is sensitive data, and then right here, pass, that means password, and this is the password, and it is in the protocol FTP. And if we go a bit more down, where is it? User Nathan is requesting that password. He gets it. It's their password. So the answer to this is FTP. Then we see the password was sent since FTP is sent over clear text. Then we're going to copy down that password because we're going to need it. And here I just clicked on it, and then I pressed the down bar and it shows us all this information. So then now, task 6, we've managed to collect Nathan's FTP password. On what other service does this password work? So now we have to see, of course, what other service the password also works on. So let's try to use the password on other services, and we can refer back to when we did our Nmap scan. Let me pull up my terminal and see that port 22 was open, SSH. So let's log in with that. I'm gonna do SSH Nathan, who is the user, and our IP address, which is then here we're gonna put yes, and the password was, put this up so I could see, bucket hat oops, I must have spelled it wrong. Then, as you can see, we SSH'd into Nathan's user. So the other service that this password works on is SSH. And we could do who am I to double check who we are, and we are Nathan right now. So for the next task, we're finding the flag. Submit the flag located in the Nathan user's home directory. Okay, so let's capture this flag that's located in Nathan's home directory. So we'll go to this terminal, and then we are going to do ls the list, and then here we have one txt file, so let's do cat user.txt, and then that is our flag right there.
Thank you so much, Judith, for helping us remote into Nathan's box over here. So we SSH'd into Nathan at 10.129.3.45, which is the target machine. So now we're going to be using the linpeas bash file to actually get some remote privilege escalation in this actual box itself. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go to this link, github.com, P's and G releases latest download, linpeas.sh. Go ahead and just press that. It downloads it for you and it goes straight to your downloads folder. Let's get out of that. So now we can confirm it's in our downloads folder by doing ls and downloads. And then right here, we have linpeas.sh. So we want to get this linpeas.sh bash file into this little server that we're SSHing into. How would we do that perhaps? Well, let's go ahead and use our Python HTTP server. So we're going to need two things from the server itself. So we're going to go ahead and start the server. We want to start it in our downloads folder so that it only downloads things from this folder. So let's go ahead and do python -m http server. Ooh. We're now serving HTTP on 0000 port 8000. So what does 0000 perhaps mean? We can basically be able to hit it from anywhere, but we have to use our host machine. You might think that 100.100.93.128 is our host machine. No, that is my Tailscale VPN. Let's go ahead and go to here. Let's type in IPA. Over here, we have the 10.10.15.9. That is the VPN that is the internet IP address of the actual Raspberry Pi that we're connecting to. So the way that we're gonna get the linpeas bash file into Nathan's box is we're gonna go ahead and run wget. Since we have an HTTP server set up in Python, we're gonna do HTTP :/10.10. Let's go back here, and then we have 0.15.9, 0.15.9 slash or colon 8000 slash linpeas .sh. Goes ahead and goes to our little Python server that we have set up and grabs the linpeas.sh from here and brings it on over here. So now let's go ahead and confirm with ls that linpeas.sh is here. So in the terminal, we can control C out of the server. Now we're going to do some things with linpeas.sh. We're going to change the moderation, just give it a little bit more, give it some execute privileges. So let's do chmod plus x, and then we're going to give it to linpeas.sh. Then we're going to run linpeas itself. We get this entire thing after it has loaded. Just like a hint, we're going to scroll down to where it says capabilities, then look for what is highlighted in yellow. There we go. We have finally found the capabilities section. So now you're going to be seeing right here, user bin, Python 3.8, we have cap set UID. This is the task 8 flag that we're going to be putting in to Hackthebox. So let's go ahead, /user /bin /python 3.8. In order to get the final task, we want to get the actual second flag, and we're going to go ahead and run Python. Since we know that it's Python 3.8, to run Python, we're just going to do /user /bin /python 3. Oops. 3.8. Now, to get the actual creds that we want and get the root flag, we want to do import OS. We use the OS module for library for Python. os.set UID. And then we go ahead and run the os.system /bin /bash, so that we could go ahead and get bash files or run bash files. Then ID, this is the ID. Now we have the root and then Nathan root. Who am I? We are now root user. Now let's look. So we have user.txe snap. I don't think we'll be able to get that, so let's go ahead. We can go to the root directory. And then should be root.txt there. And boom. There we have it. That is the second flag and final flag that we need to get. And we are go ahead and good to go with the lab. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of y'all's day.